A hero's making his way across the dark depths of tonight, with nothing but his thoughts in head, heading out of sight. 'Cause before, when the storms approached, men ran out of eyes. But not true for this brave hero who came by in this fight. Said goodbye to his kin, embracing his trip. A blaze is within, making him truly him. Seeing our world with fire, bringing fear to mind, blinding his inner light, now obscuring his shine. Voices of the woods telling him that he won't make it out, that'll drown in the drought or be a martyr throughout. Apparitions gone, specters been outblown, friends back at home, preaching that'll dethrone this barbarian soul, that'll make others fold. Now it's his time to show that he can curve this plateau. Say goodbye to his kin, embracing his trip. A blaze is within, making him truly him. Seeing our world with fire, bringing fear to mind, blinding his inner light, now obscuring his shine. As he fights this beast with the blade that's replete, he finds the beast is discreet, deceased Caesar of he, still scared to know how this journey unfolds. Unbeknownst to his whole, the beast is under control. Our hero comes to home, outgrown his old mold, a facade of revolt, paraded newly extolled. Same story foretold, since time was jolted, since the time of the Trojans, heroes of our own. I ask myself, what is my shadow seeing? Think of life as Boolean, looking at strife for no reason, breeze with no actual feeling, days with no sleep of a season. Cause my shadow ain't breathing, stripe at the core and with pieces, acting like we're just Josephus. Got accolades, cannot believe it, been on a wave, from off the bleachers, playing a game, nothing but winning, penalty came, then I outridden, shots never missing, stand with the giants, now I outdid them, that's what I'm saying. Shadows expanded, off of the ceiling, they call me king, watch how I reigning. My shadow is seeing a doubt, props that come with all the clout, thinking about fame, still in the drought, music's acclaimed, went off the route, been on a craze, landed in ground, shadows on pace like a merry-go-round, moving it quick, turn it around, leveling down, that's what they want. I ask myself, what is my shadow seeing? Clear like it's an acrylic, deep down it ain't a killer, it is my fantasy critic, ego keeps it kinetic, balance for doing our biddings. Shadow is still getting paid, still in the game, minimum wage was attained, so many days being chained like hounds to a cage, striving to get a full name. One day the lane began changing, Monday to Friday the savings, added to Venet appraisal, now we're buying its paintings. Shadows ordained, ego and fame, it's on a cynical blaze out a lane that needs to be saved, needs to be tamed. Put penicillin into this case, filled with biotics, filled with the pain, Machiavellian ideas displayed, till lights obtained, charged to brigade, charging to save it out of his face. What is my shadow seeing? Think of life as Boolean, looking at strife for no reason, breeze with no actual feeling, Days with no sleep of a season, cause my shadow ain't breathing. Striper the core and red pieces, acting like Buddhist to Cephas. Got accolades, cannot believe it, been on a wave. From off the bleachers, playing a game. Nothing but winning, penalty came, then I outrid it. Shots never missing, stand with the giants, now I outdid them. That's what I'm saying, shadows expanded, off of the ceiling. They call me king, watch how I raining. Persona is shining, it's over the mountain. Sometimes outdoing the sun, just begun. We're steering so quick, brake linings and hinge, inclined to a bridge lit by March. Too hard to remember the days that I tinkered and the bell that dictated fun. Fence overrun. Times have changed so fast, a hero dreams about past. Aged at last, face her past, home still intact. Journey still on track, even when you say relax, still gives me flashbacks. Past is finally unabashed, metaphorically grasped, most importantly stashed. Treasures intact, in my thoughts attached. Manners echo in my mind, saying often you'll be fine. Saying pause to take your time, precaution for the thicker lines. When I'm off my rocker, puts me out of rhyme, so I pull them out of pocket, out of head when light bulb shines. All those memories have long gone, except those thoughts that call on, like a cauldron in drought, watered once and for all. Barely distant to ponder yonder lies waterfalls, so far fallen in ponds, making ponds ponder. Through this life goes on, wondering how drops form when clouds are gone. So I ask myself the question in anaphon. My eyes say at the end there's a rainbow, and it's trying to dawn. Palindromes to my very own, to atone to like monotone, never odd or even. Pannas toll, stories that I post, status send a quote, bad to be known, never baritone, barren all the snow. Better now than no, boxes to denote, feelings manifold, meaning visceral, pushing to be grown, blowing at the throne. Words that come in full circle, I cannot postulate Virgil, round the clock spinning these verbals, talk about serving his purpose, like Orcus when he hits the surface, then facing our habeas corpus, back down to living as a torpid, dichotomies inside each person, and it's tantalizing, process enticing, price paralyzing, all the cell kiting, got him fantasizing over pen writing, gotta still tighten further rhyme sightings, but it's hard finding, prime to spell binding, a reverse siphon, in return biting. Now I'm burnt out, need some fine dining, turn me around, saw my silver linings, whoa. Talk of the town, pocketed frowns, provocative hounds, chasing me down. So I stared them in the eye, hands been out of sight, freedom rang the sky, known as 4th July, pondered rather fly, dream is so close why, once upon a time they've lived my same life. Dream is still alive, thriving through the night, and it's scary to requite, almost distant by design, but in spite of the overarching fright, closure of the slight, it's still plausible to write scripts no one can deny. Looking above me, saw all my pride, looking below me, seen me deprived, looking around me, seen me aside, looking behind me, saw those same lines. to this pretense. Hence I sleep on my pen, just pretending like I finish my sentence. Boom, apprehended. I'm impatient when it comes to my prominence. Call it impossible, I guess, for on opposites. Is it plausible to get up on obelisks? So high, gotta reach for these heights. My drive is the fight, side mirror is blind, empty of the slightest of light, and at times it feels like they're right. Deprived of my senses, still hearing the gripe. Ink, my tool to excite, yet it's dry, and I'm proud of my rhymes. Bound at the confines of my eyes, put my lines aside. And who am I to write? Take a deep sigh, for it to feel nice. Call it white mixed with red stripes. No one's even here at my bedside. Who even said I ain't been fine? Why not realign to get back in line? Cause it's the red heron's mind. Wayfarer still in his prime. Don't get the truth intertwined with the lies. I'm at the booth. Record me still inclined to smile. I'm 14 and importantly still forcibly pushing normalcy. Uncharted waters, it seems. Young explorer's dream, dilapidated seas, fervently extreme. Truly offbeat for the beat in me. Heart is beating rapidly, somewhat at max capacity, decapitating fallacies. Forging my rhetoric, wow, dang grand larceny, mediocrity suing me. Subpoena for my deeds is hypocrisy, pocketing verbosity, never gonna be obsolete. In this red heron's mind at least, cause the cease and desist order seems like it's better off not near me. White peonies, my transiencies, disappearing. I'm riding on my own. As the sun closes, as the funds doze in, I'm riding on my own. As the fun rolls in, as the wind poses, I'm riding on my own. As the hunts fold in, as the winds shall win, I'm riding on my own. Riding on my own, riding on my own, ends approach, not a joke. Riding on my own, I suppose. Writing on my own, I suppose, eternal in my search for the words to write a great poem in the cold. It's sold out, now hit my honor roll. Wayfarer still booming on the road, rides under load, and he loads when he doesn't find gold, but when he does, he's sold his home. Story's been foretold. There's a time when the pride erodes. All that's left are yellow pieces that glow. Sorrow honed again. Now he drinks from the water hole. Nothing left but commode. Wander into a soul. What if he's stuck to goals that he set long ago? But what if doesn't work? He gon' do it if loads. Cause he is brave for sure to face the groan past the front door. Hero's journey and it never gets old.